the cigars.
Well,
Look, Rondo did nothing to you.
Oh, who's Rondo?
Who is Rondo?
Goblin's King.
Oh, I thought it was Mike.
It's Goblin King.
Oh.
Mike?
Mike the
Mike the
Goblin
Goblin King.
That's definitely appropriate.
dance, magic, dance.
I'm gonna walk outside.
Cool.
I never touched the Goblin King.
Look, can you guys help me get my gang out?
Well, certainly sounds like this one's got some making up to do. So, yeah, we're just going to... And I look at Ben and I look at E, and I'm just like, I guess we're just going to roll with this one, huh?
Are they trained? Are they...
Oh, they're trained.
Yeah, don't mess with the kids in Bellevue.
Tough, huh?
Yeah, growing up
Okay.
on the streets ain't fun.
There's not a single robbery, not a single murder we don't know about.
Or committed.
I'm assuming she'll know how to get us to where we're going to.
Oh, most definitely.
I'm gonna try to get my bearings back, like looking at everything, like trying to recount, like,
Sure. I've been gone for so long.
and then, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
you take Mark out with you, and kind of
like looking right at-
readjust the barricades and kind of monitor the area and know that
I'm
yeah.
gonna tell Mark to take all the bodies down.
Sure. What do you do with the bodies when they're down?
Just pile them up somewhere.
Sure.
Throw a
Understood.
sheet over them.
Cool.
He's gonna do that. I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
Skin
Understood.
'em. I'm sure it's
She describes a pathway under the city that would take you directly to right in front of the port, and then we'd be able to simultaneously hit each of the different warehouses, or we could skirt the side of the village of this city, and then go along the outside barricades. As she's been free to roam around, she lets you guys know that they don't patrol. They have a very select amount of guards, and most of them are keeping track of the fighting men and women, and working on some sort of shipping equipment.
Why is it I
Shipping
feel like
equipment.
you're leading us into another trap?
Look, I use all the magic you want. I'm telling the truth. I had no choice. They told me that if I didn't obey them, they would have that snake kill everybody.
And you said there's 2 of them?
Well, there's one now, at least.
Okay. And we have these other
Truth.
snake.
25
Big
again.
snake.
Oh,
Insight.
truth.
But these
Truth.
ones
As
got
much as you can
wings.
tell, truth.
They have wings?
As much as she
Eggs.
knows, truth.
Why didn't you say that
What
earlier?
have
Who has
wings?
wings?
The eggs.
The eggs have wings.
Yeah.
Oh.
They got wings.
Oh god.
They're not like if they looked like
And
just
they
regular
and they
snakes,
and
I
they
wouldn't-
humanoid.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
The
what?
figures inside of the
Yeah.
egg. I guess this
They're
would be for you to explain.
Yeah. They're like
You never
little-
explained that to the party, so.
Okay.
At least I wasn't there for it. so.
Sorry.
As she
Um,
explains all this, like I'm sitting there,
So
like with
yes.
the thing, like maybe even like throwing in some ingredients, making it go like, and then like as soon as she says humanoid, I'm just like,
Yeah, no. Don't do that.
I thought you said they were snake monsters.
But I was under the impression that we've been dealing with snakes for how long?
No. So they got wings. Look, would you like to see? Can I hold up one of the eggs and
Yep.
hold up a light?
Yeah. Without holding up the light, your touch is all that's
I'm
needed.
illuminating.
As you hold this thing in front of them, you can see this laying down in some sort of fluid, this winged humanoid with a very large head and underdeveloped small body.
Instinctively, Ben just like straights her wings down. Just like,
at this time,
what?
Cricket will like see this and be like, well, and cast good berries and
Okay.
start cooking up some good berries in the pot. Like,
Sure.
I was never going to cook that egg at all. I was
Sure.
obviously making us all breakfast of delicious, tasty good berries.
Listen, I was on board when I thought it was a snake,
10
so-
good berries pop out onto
18.
the pan.
Are you
Mhm.
lying?
I
Yeah.
distribute.
No, is he lying about cooking the
Oh.
thing?
I want to go back to bed.
I distribute
just
2 good berries
reset?
per person, except for you.
That is good for 1
He doesn't get
HP,
any-
although
That is good for 1
unnecessary,
hit point.
But you are filled with sustenance.
You were gonna eat the egg.
I don't understand.
Why would you
what's
lie
going
about
on
that?
Anymore.
Persuasion check.
Ugh.
I wasn't gonna eat that egg,
Not the
man.
people.
Not the egg people, no.
16.
No,
-2.
We're good. We're good. We're So
I tell you, he was gonna eat the egg.
I wasn't gonna eat
Oh my
It's
God,
fine.
no one ever
It's fine.
I
believes
was
me.
cooking
So-
good
Here,
berries.
have one
it.
of
But
the
she
good
knows
berries.
what these are.
Thanks.
She's seen the eggs and she's seen them pumping energy into them.
Okay, so she's never seen what happens when they hatch.
Correct. I assume that's where those giant snakes came from.
Is there any check that I can make on the egg with it, like a history check or anything? I don't
Can I
know.
double
Is
check
there
the
any?
floorboards
Sure.
for those rune thingies? Now that some time
Like
has
underneath
passed?
them?
No. To identify them.
Ah, unfortunately not.
Okay,
That would
that's
say
right.
one-time
That's
check.
right.
You may get opportunity later. Oh, you have just come back.
Correct. Time has
Dun,
passed.
dun, dun.
Fuck yeah. Sorry, so
So-
glad.
so-
Fudge, yeah. Fudge, yeah.
I want to roll your dice.
Yeah, roll
I'm
it.
gonna
Yeah, roll the loaded
Crystals.
ones.
13.
Plus something?
What am I doing? Investigation?
Yeah. You're doing history.
History, I think that's plus 0.
Ah, sorry.
It is, so 13 flat.
Cool, no worries, man. You are able to make out as during your travels, you specifically came across this teleporter, as you know it to be now. As you see the familiar etchings in the ground, very similar for when you woke up, sword in hand, one knee on the ground, both fists to the earth, to stand up to see your king. This is all coming back to you as the markings. Let me find what they're called. You read one of the markings as great leader, one of the markings as mental, one of the markings as physical, and one of the markings as material. And you know that there is a certain amount of magic and energy needed to get either the voice of whoever it is you're looking to speak to on another plane, to get a physical item from somebody on another plane, or to get a material component of certain kinds. And Great Leader is there because that's who this symbol is going to. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But clear as day, you're able to recognize this as a teleporter that has the ability to summon people, things, and audio.
It's like a Nextel.
It is.
It's a
It's
doot
a
doot.
Nokia brick phone.
You hit it, it goes.
Can I destroy it?
He has already. You could destroy more than it's already destroyed.
Oh, is it destroyed?
But
Okay,
each
yeah.
of the different markings has an X mark through the center of the words,
Okay.
which would deactivate this
Okay.
portal.
I have my magic carving tool.
Yeah. No. Perfect. Okay. Cool.
Which-
I just wanted to know what it was.
As he pulls out that magic tool, you flash, and you can see the wizard that is the right-hand man to your king. He is using something very similar to etch your teleporter into the ground. And it looks identical. Just something for your brain.
Just like. Okay.
Cool.
Very confused. Today's been rough.
It's just a hard morning.
Man,
It's
I gotta
just-
tell you, it's been a roller coaster of emotions around here, man. Y'all over here in this plane, y'all wow, man. Y'all wow.
I
Y'all
concur
crazy.
wholeheartedly.
I want to go back to bed.
I don't. Did y'all know that the little? Did you know that the little girl's a goblin? That's crazy.
We do now. So what's the plan? We're going to get
I get.
We're going to help these people?
Yep.
All right.
Cole. We're going to help these people.
I don't
Might
really-
as well give back to my community.
Okay.
So
How
do you
we-
guys want to take the sewer, or do you want to take the easier path and travel through the town?
What do you think is better? You seem to know these places a little bit better than a lot of us.
Yeah, Dottie, you got this.
Sewers are always better. If you don't want to be detected.
Yeah, but like it would be a lot easier to ambush us in a sewer where we only have one point of entry and exit.
There's only one way they can funnel through.
Yeah, truth.
Dottie, where do you want to go?
The fastest direction is going to be skirting the city and then making a left. And that'll take us directly to the shipmaster's house. But
All right.
they are right. We will be less detected if we go underground.
Yeah, maybe Click Clack over here probably shouldn't go over the city route.
Talking to me?
As your armor, as you turn, clank, clank.
You talking to me?
I'm fine with the
It
sewers.
kind of drowns out your, are you talking to me?
And listen, I've had a rough couple of days. I'm fine with going in the sewers. It can't be any worse than what I've been through. So let's
All right.
do the sewers if you guys are cool with that.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
I get the egg back and wrap it back up all
Can-
lovingly.
Talk to me about how you're wrapping up these eggs.
I'm-
And where are you
I'm-
putting them?
Okay, so I'm wrapping up the one that I'm carrying. I'm gonna carry one.
Cool.
I'm wrapping it up in Ben's discarded clothing piece that she loaned to the egg for cushioning purposes.
That
And-
garment has blood on it.
Oh.
It's dried, long dried.
Oh.
The
Okay.
garment
Do
that
I-
was Ben's.
Do I realize that? Do I even notice it? Is it like a little bit? Or
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
You definitely notice.
Oh.
And as you funnel through the garments, see that they all.
What color
I
blood?
feel like
Are you saying this to anyone? Or are you like,
look, there's a lot of blood on your garments, Ben. That's what you must have gotten into some sort of bloodbath.
Oh,
A little curious.
Concerned steak
I'm
carving.
not like new at this stuff.
I'm not new at this stuff.
As you look
Is that-
down at Ben, you're youngish, right?
I'm like, I'm trying to remember. I think I'm like 24, 23. I'm like early 20s.
For someone who is of angel birth, this 20, 24, 22 appears to be 16, 17, if not younger. But you can tell that she is battle ready. And I would assume that a lot of your clothing it is not, you don't take the time to wash and scrub out previous battles and tests from your hometown. So a lot of the garments you keep, which is a sign of pride,
Yeah.
is having a large slash mark across your stomach, but be
Yeah.
walking around as perfectly as regular. And this is kind of what they see in these clothings is slash marks from what could only be assumed as weapons and arrows. And you guys are absolutely cool to be curious about this and ask
Cricket wants
her-
no part of it at this point. Like he's already like a little, and at this point he's just kind of heading out front and doing some whittling. Where he's just like, nope.
So what's the deal with the blood?
What do you mean?
Well, you got to learn about my shit, so why don't we open up that threshold since we're going to be going through these
can
sewers?
we talk about this while we're going through the sewers?
That's what I'm saying while we're going down. I mean, there's not going to be anybody down there, so.
Are you opposed?
Yeah, I mean, your clothing is so torn and tattered. I wonder what you have battled. That's my song. It's really
So Dottie kind of follows Cricket towards the door. And she says, "There's a sewer right towards the center of town. If we pop into that, head down. I can get us there."
How far is that from where we are right now?
Tell Mark to take care of the room.
How far
Stay
that
here.
is?
Okay, cool. I don't know, maybe a 30-minute trek, maybe an hour.
Plenty of time to
Ow.
talk about our
The
past.
sewer- we have an hour. Okay.
But not to get to the sewers. It's right out front of the room into the
Right,
major
and then-
city
okay.
square sewer.
Okay.
And she leads you guys to the back of one of these tents that's set up for normal commerce during the day-to-day operations. Right behind it is a small vent. She pulls the vent up. her little frame lifting up this large metal gate is kind of jarring. But she lifts it up with ease. As she says, "Go ahead, hop down."
I'll go first.
Boom, hop down. Who's next?
I'll go.
I was gonna
Boom,
say, anybody
hop
want?
down. Who's next?
My lady.
I'll go.
Boom, hop down. The squirrel's coming with you?
Squirrel boys are definitely coming.
Understood.
Not even a
Squirrel, squirrel,
question.
squirrel.
Yeah.
I'm floating down behind her.
Right behind her, got it.
I look at Dottie and I go, if you betray us, I'll do to you what I did to the Dawn. And don't ever forget it.
With me?
The dawn.
What? That hurts me. That hurts me.
It'll hurt less than what I'll do to you. And I jump.
And she closes the gate and hops down behind you guys. As you guys trail this several tunnels, all leading in opposite directions and winding, her seeming to know exactly which turn to take right when it's needing to be taken. You guys can feel free to ask your questions.
I want to ask Dottie if she has heard the name Penthos before.
Pentos. No, it doesn't sound familiar. I'm sorry. Does
No
he mean
problem.
something to you?
A little bit.
How so?
Let's just say I have a bone to pick with them.
There's a lot of that going around, I tell you that.
But if they're not here, then it's nothing to worry about for right now. What about you? Have you ever heard of the name Penthos?
Have I?
History checks.
Everyone?
Mm.
Feel free if you
Eight.
would like to dive into your brain.
8, 12.
12,
17.
17.
Ooh.
E, you from your early childhood, you've been alone for a large portion of time. During that time, you found yourself praying to different gods and hoping for someone to help you and realizing that it was going to be you that needed to make things happen for yourself. Along that journey, you ran across a very large, bearded man. With a 17, his name is Wigington. And you met him in the woods. And he shared information with you about survival and what to eat and places that might be good to hide. And part of one of his parables, as he showed you in smoke, an old battle from long, long ago of a kingdom and a new army. You recall him mentioning the name Penthos.
Can I remember, like, was Penthos part of the new army or part of the fallen kingdom? Or can I remember that much?
What does she remember?
Penthos would be the older of the two. Not the new army. Correct.
Did you say Penthos?
I did.
Gosh, I remember. Wigington told me about Penthos, but I don't
The name
remember.
Wigington strikes a bell with you, Cole.
Mm.
Tall, bearded braid, tells stories.
Green skin.
Yep.
Big beardy man, smoky storyteller. Yep.
All right.
I must be really far away. Okay. Thank you.
I don't
appreciate
know
that.
who Panthos is.
He'll
If
tell
we're
you.
covering that right
Oh.
now,
Yeah. Okay.
All right, maybe
just gonna put that out there.
me being the trading folk that I am, my kind, we're a bunch of artisans and we tend to do exchanges a little bit. Maybe we could she could your friend here could give you some insights on the Penthos, and you could tell us about the bloody close situation.
What about him?
Men, I mean, don't like doing the laundry, or
Well, I mean, they're just gonna get stained
is that
again.
is that your blood on those?
Which one?
All of them.
All of them?
I mean, some of it. But
Did you slay a beast?
yeah.
Did you slay a person?
I mean, yeah.
Did they have it coming?
I thought so. I don't really know.
Insight.
Oh, roll it.
Ooh. 15?
Oh, she lying.
Cuckoo, cuckoo. Who did you slay?
I don't know. I don't know it. I don't really know who all they were. It was a lot.
Natural
all?
20.
Well,
As- Flashes through your brain of the trials from your hometown. And you can see not only friends, possibly family members on the other side of your blade.
I noticed that Ben looks really sad, and I'm like, guys, you know what? We should definitely be paying attention up here.
Nah, trauma's good to get out.
Oh God. I'm worried about her sadness. Trauma's really good. Air the trauma.
I love it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead. We're all friends. Most of us are friends here.
I don't know. It was just a lot of people or whatever. So I killed a lot of people. It's not like a big. It's not like a big deal.
Well,
It's not-
are you in the double digits, the triple digits, the quadra digits?
I can't really.
Who
blame her.
can
I've lost
really
count, too.
say?
Were you fighting a war?
I think Well, I thought so. I think so. I guess.
Was it a
Or was it
clan
an
war?
army?
You were in the army?
Yeah.
Which army? Who do you fight for?
The bad guys.
Well, that's
Rayling.
relative. I'm sorry?
Rayling.
Rayling? I'm gonna assume I don't know what that means. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't have no idea what that means.
Cool.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either.
Cool.
You might. I definitely. Would.
No, military
they
stuff.
might.
I probably don't. Unless, are they a mercenary company?
Yeah.
Oh,
They
then I-
have been known to fight in wars that were not theirs.
All right, I'll roll a history check then. I like the other number better. 11?
Lots of mercenary clans, and they often go under pseudonames. So you can't place unless Ben gives you more information. You're
Well, I'm
unable to
unfamiliar
place
with
where
that
they
name.
are.
Could you elaborate?
Could you?
You don't
Sarah.
know what Brayling is?
No.
You
Is
don't
there
know
a
what Brayling
is
is?
there a country that you're fighting for?
It's a
Is
whole.
there...
It's a huge city. You don't know what Brayling is?
No.
It's huge. It's
I mean,
It's a big
you
deal.
just told me you don't know what Penthos is, so that's fine. We're talking about a massive country, not a city.
Is that a
But-
yeah,
floating
but it's
city?
Brayling.
Is that a floating city? Do you need wings
No.
to get there? If you haven't
No.
noticed, none of us got,
No,
chickens
you
on our
don't need
back.
wings to get there.
Chicken is a little
Um,
excessive.
You look over at the notes. Who collected the paperwork inside the drawer? You collected the paperwork?
Mhm.
Go ahead and pull out the paperwork and begin
Papers,
to
please.
file through. And you see a very plain common word written down, Brayling. And you see a an westward heading on a map. You see Ocalia drawn out and an arrow, the top right corner, the key. You see the compass, and to the west, you see a small carving out of an island that could be much larger as it's outside of the map that you have in front of you, but you can see Brayling written out.
Are you presenting this map? Or are you keeping this knowledge to yourself?
I keep it to myself.
Okay.
Mm.
And anyone who's familiar with large wars or battle communities, Brayling is home to some of the most fiercest warriors of all time. They are trained from a very young age to battle and to fight. And their society is not as developed as you might imagine a society as old as theirs. But when you consider the amount of casualties during the training process, you'd imagine that their smartest soldiers are probably not around.
Are they Spartans?
They're not Spartans.
What if that's where you want to go?
What does Spartan
What
mean?
is Sparta?
The fact that you both reacted means I hit the nail on the head.
Hey, it's cool though.
What is taters?
You
What?
mean you guys don't know what Brayling is?
No, no idea. Never heard of it.
Paladin and anyone else religious, roll me a religion check.
Including me?
If you'd like to.
Okay, sure.
You're going
Ooh,
to know all
big
this
numbers.
information.
Even though I rolled a 5, maybe.
I got a high religion.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's not proficient, but I got a high religion.
What's the high? What is it?
It's a +3.
Oh wait,
No,
I
that's
didn't
not
roll
good
a.
enough.
I rolled a 7. That's not.
19.
19.
That's a good roll.
The name Emrasil flashes through your brain. And you hear a woman's voice saying it. Emrasil, she'll help us.
Emrasil. Is that
How
ring
do
a
you
bell?
know about that?
It just came into my head.
Well, but nobody outside of Brayling is supposed to know who that is.
Elaborate?
It's what? It's Emrasil. It's the god that they worship. It's the goddess. It's except for it's not real.
What, you don't move? Your god doesn't leave the city?
Booming through your brain, the god of blood is real.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
It's not.
What?
It's
Look,
not
if,
real.
If you said it's not a big deal, then it's not a big deal.
Hey, we're here. She points up. You see a grate above you. You can smell the fresh ocean water just above.
Well,
Go let
Yeah.
your people know you're here.
you're the scoutiest of them.
Don't let her out of your sight.
Absolutely not.
I'll make a stealth check. 26?
Nice. I mean, as if you have been here before. You peel off the edge of this kind of material and pull up this grate.
Do I see my little mark?
Definitely.
Okay.
And you look up and you see a large pier that goes from one end of the city all the way to the other. And you see these large buildings. Excuse me, sorry guys. You see these large buildings out front. There are a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Directly to the right is a large mansion. You know this as the captain's quarters or the portmaster's quarters. Far, far to the left, you see movement of snake creatures kind of snakily moving barrels and crates of stuff onto a ship. You see the masts ready for sail, and you don't see anybody else.
Can I make a perception check to spot any hidden creatures as a bonus action?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay, cool. Using that new feature.
Yeah.
14 plus 7 or 6, whatever you want.
From the angle that you're in, you can see into the window of the portmaster's kind of mansion,
Mhm.
and you see a guard kind of at the window, kind of slither in, look around. What was your stealth check? 26?
26.
Okay.
And my
You rolled an
perception
18.
or
It's really
investigation
high.
would have been a
But
dirty
it
20 or
just
21.
still doesn't see
No,
your
it's not gonna beat us.
invisible ass.
26.
I like to think like as you see the shadow coming against the glass, you lower it just as your eyes are the only thing visible.
Does this one look different?
It doesn't look different. It looks pretty standard, sword at its side. It kind of slithers into the window, looks around, and then slithers back out. And you can make out several distinct buildings in front. And you being from Bellevue, you have a great understanding of what these buildings are for. The one farthest to the left, where you see the boat, that is the general goods area. That is where they ship everything to the center of Ocalia as sacrifice monthly to whatever it is in the center there.
How close is this exit to the building where the snake was in?
It's not close, at least 70 to 100 yards away, or 70 feet away to 100 feet away.
Is there any cover in between me and there?
There's a port. It's a kind of, you could go underneath and travel in the water and then kind of hop back up if you wanted to. That'd probably be your best.
There's no like cargo or anything.
No cargo. It's just a large boardwalk that goes from end to end, and then entrances made of wood to each of these different buildings. Far left building, from your perception, is the general goods building. The next one is where they collect all the fish. The next building over is where they collect all the stones from surrounding areas. Raylene being one of them. Cloth. Different assorted cloths, are collected there. Shipping information. So about all the logs and where things are going, and you know this to be the kind of astute area of the port where individuals who are in charge kind of hang out. And then the last one's the shipping master.
Okay.
Where are we in the?
You guys are underneath the ground. You're like 70 to 100 feet away from the port master. You're like 50 feet away from the shipping information, and then another 100 feet away from the
Next building over.
The next building over.
Let me ask. How many guards are there on the docks?
You don't see any guards patrolling the docks.
There's
you
no-
see 2 hauling equipment onto the boat,
Okay.
far left, and you saw 1 inside the building.
Okay. And
Further investigation could be done, but not from where you are.
this is such a stupid idea, but it's what I want to do. I would like to double dash, bonus and action, as well as use my full movement to get up to the building where the one was inside of, and kind of get up against there, hidden when his back's turned.
Sure.
So you're just. I'm like, all right, man, go scout out. You're like, you got it.
I just say, stay here. I'll be back. Or I'll give you the signal.
What signal?
What's this? Leaves without establishing.
Jazz hands? The
Jazz
signal is
hands.
jazz
You'll
hands.
know.
Oh no. Okay.
Dex he'll shoot an arrow.
What's the type of Yanti I'm looking for? Do you remember? Type 3?
Or type 3. My bad, type 2.
Type 2?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I have a really stupid plan. but I think it could work.
By Jove, that's just might crazy enough to work.
It might. It could actually work.
Drew, I think he's got it.
Yeah, nothing here tells me that they're going to be able to see more than what I think they saw. As you wait for it to pass by the window and then make your run, you get up to the side of the building, and you're there's a window directly to your right.
Is it open or is it easy to open?
The window doesn't look like it's a draw up and down window, just a pane of glass.
Oh, it's just a pane of glass?
Yeah, but you can look into it.
Is there a door?
There's a door 20, 30 feet over. Maybe
Okay.
less.
So let me tell you what I want to
15,
do.
20 feet over.
I want to get into the house and assassinate this guard. Is what I want to do. And I think I could probably pull it off.
Sure.
Can I
Is
try
that what you do?
I would like to investigate the house further to find out if there's anyone else in there.
Roll perception check at the window.
Okay.
And we're going to take into consideration depending on how high.
It's an 11.
An 11?
Unless you let me make another one to decipher any clues as a bonus action with an
Definitely
investigation.
not.
Because that's an ability I have. Called Eye for Detail.
You sprinted to get there.
Well, is this not another
As
turn
it'd
after
be a
waiting for him?
dash. I don't think it would be another turn.
No, you don't think 6
I don't
seconds would go?
think so. I think you're packing a lot in. Yeah? Does
But-
anybody want to do anything in between these actions? Because I guess that's the question. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm happy to make that happen if nobody else does anything.
I guess we're probably gonna ask the little girl where her people are holed up, right?
Yeah.
While he's like doing that.
Can any of us see? I'm assuming it's like a ladder we climb up, and then you're like peeking over.
Correct.
Is there any way to climb the ladder and look and see anything, or is it like flat against the
Flat
floor?
against the earth. You need to lift. And you guys were paying attention. You saw him peel away some of the material and then lift, as you think that's part of what makes it lock into place. So you could. You saw him accomplish this goal. She would give you instruction. Super easy if you wanted to do this. But you would need to roll a stealth check.
Yeah,
to
no,
not
that's-
be seen.
I'm disadvantaged for stealth checks, so
The little girl explains that as far as she knows, they pulled everybody into that room, into the portmaster's home. They said that the kids were special and that they needed us. And that if I didn't help them, they would wipe them all out. And a lot of these kids, they don't have parents, you see? So, I don't know. I've been kind of...
no, I get it. I understand. I don't like sitting still,
Sure.
so
Climbing up the ladder.
no, we're not climbing up the ladder. I'm just rocking on my feet like I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
Anybody?
Bloodshed is to be had upstairs.
I would like to.
So we just like saw his, like we were talking to him. She was telling us that. And we look up and we just saw Cole's feet. Like,
Oh, most definitely.
Gone.
He's gone.
I have.
Well, he said he would be right
proficiency
back.
at Stealth.
Or he would give
Yeah,
us a
he's
signal.
I
coming
do.
back.
I have stealth
he'll be
proficiency.
fine,
Do my
right?
squirrels
He'll be
share
fine.
my stealthiness?
Sure.
Okay.
I'd say so.
I would like to. I think I would like to open the thing and peek out, and then.
Yeah, I definitely want to know what we're looking at because he
If-
didn't give us any kind of
yeah.
like whatever.
So.
He sure didn't. I see all of this and I'm gone.
Yeah, like
I would like to. Yeah.
I
here.
did.
I'm gonna roll my
Don't
stealth
worry.
check.
He did the same thing to us.
If I was to
You're
redo
a
it, I would have
child
had
now.
him change
So
and come with me.
14.
That's worrying.
What was it?
14.
14.
Yeah.
As you...
I should have had the druid wild shape and come with me.
Ooh.
Ew. I don't like it when he does that.
I don't either.
He doesn't.
As you know the direction of the home that he ran in. As you peel the material
are
back.
you going up there? Or are you sending a squirrel up there?
I'm
She
peeking
is.
out,
Oh, okay.
but I
And
have to
then
I have to raise
maybe.
my head to
Yeah, no, I
see
gotcha.
out and
Yeah.
then to send my squirrels.
You peel the material back and
Or
it
equal.
slips.
Ugh.
And ching, and a small echo echoes through the sewers. And you're not sure if that sound has made its way outside. You know, it's like as you're crunching food in your mouth, and you're like, this is so loud. I wonder if everyone can hear this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And like people can absolutely hear it. That's kind of the thing that happens here. And you see in the top window a snake person kind of looking out, and they notice, and their vision stops in your direction. What would you like to do to maybe disguise this?
I would like to flatten my body.
Are you're peeking up?
I'm peeking up. Yes.
Lifting
so I'm
up
just,
the
I'm just going to look like a fur and moss. Just here. I'm just gonna freeze. Completely freeze.
And
What's
you
wrong?
see
What's happening? What's happening?
And I'm like,
perception.
I close my eyes
Oh,
because I feel like if I
perfect.
make eye contact,
No
if I make
perception.
eye
Oh
contact,
my god.
No
This is so
perception
bad.
check
no, I
now.
don't want
This
to
is
know.
so bad.
I'm
You
squinching my eyes because I
hear-
don't want eye contact.
You hear someone upstairs start to speak in a familiar language you've heard spoken by the snake people.
Mm.
And then you hear a different snake person from below on the
Ew.
same floor.
Ew.
It's a 2-story building.
But it was it by the window.
Not by the window, but you hear them begin to kind of rustle up and begin to move. You now know that there is more than one person in this house.
Can I tell how many?
So far, you've heard 2.
Okay.
We can go back to you. You can roll your investigation for clues.
Okay. 22?
22.
21.
You see several slither marks up in front of the front door. You see that the door is off its hinges. Still operational,
Mhm.
but there's no locking mechanism on this door. Looks like it was pushed in at some point. You know that there are at least 5 snake tracks going in and out of the home, but you have only saw 2. One upstairs, and one as you peeked into the window.
Mm. You see, I've played that hostage game from the 2000s on the NES, not NES, N64. I don't remember what it was called. It was a Tom Clancy game. I remember them shooting hostages in that one. I think I need to investigate further.
You go in the room.
Can I? Very quietly. See if I can see anything. Or is it moving back and forth?
No, it's closed as far
Okay.
as, so a small push would push the door open. Let's get a stealth check, not at advantage of any kind.
16 plus 9? 25?
As you push the door open, you make eye contact with a snake creature.
Like it's looking at the on the ground?
It's looking directly at the front door.
Oh.
You see around kids tied up,
Oh.
hands together, sitting down, crisscross applesauce. One armed, tied to the next arms, tied to the next arms, tied to the next arms. A room of maybe 30 kids.
I needed to make an insight check.
Whew. 16 on the die.
Oh wait, 16. That can't be lower, so it's got to be a 16. So 16.
Me to beat it. What were you trying to do?
Use insightful fighting.
Oh, gotcha.
If you succeed, use your sneak attack against the target.
Is that an action or bonus action?
bonus action?
Hell yeah.
Uh,
So you are rolling for initiative now.
wouldn't I get a surprise round on it?
You would not, as he was alerted by his friend upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
That someone was close by and they wouldn't be looking out the window?
Correct.
Were they distracted by the sewer grate?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
The
saying.
one upstairs,
Mhm.
completely acknowledging the sewer grate, calling down to the person
we
below,
might have
hey,
some
be on the
trouble,"
ready.
yeah.
As he now
Well,
eyed
my
that
thing
front
was
door.
she was doing the sewer grate and hiding.
Sure. So the one
As
upstairs.
I noticed her come down, I was going to druidcraft a sound of like a scurrying to make it sound like it was some type of squirrel or something going up into the roof.
Ooh, I think
That
that
thing-
would have been hella effective if
Mhm.
they were in range to hear.
30 yards?
They're 100 feet away.
100 feet. 100
I guess that's sort of.
If
30
we're
yards.
at if we're at the sewer grate.
Yeah.
Could it be like a
And it's 100 feet away and upstairs and
They were in a
inside a
building
building.
and they heard the sewer grate?
No, they didn't hear the sewer grate. He was making his rounds,
Uh-huh.
and as he passed the window, her 14 was not enough. So he saw the grate move.
Oh,
So
okay.
called down to his other guard, hey, I saw some movement out at the front. If you could speak their language, you'd have heard this.
Okay.
But all you knew is they were alerted. You heard movement coming from inside. There was no additional perception check inside of that room to see them maneuvering towards in front of the door. I know it's not perfect, but this is what happens.
If it's not
As
perfect,
you make eye contact.
could I
with-
have sneak attack because of the kids?
Sneak attack
Yeah.
to the kid.
You never cared about the kids before.
He gets sneak attack because the kids are on his side.
Make a persuasion check to the kids. What
At
do you say
advantage?
to help them? No, you have a negative
Ankle
4.
biters.
Ankle
You have a
biters.
I'll throw
negative
a good
4
berry.
charisma. Definitely not.
Oh my god.
I'm here to save you. Oh my god, that was actually a good roll. 15.
15. As some of the kids recognize you,
Oh shit.
and one of them kicks the snake that's nearest it.
I shoot it.
Ooh.
The kid?
No. Thanks, buddy.
It would be on brand. It
Would be on brand.
You know? Come on.
As the
Jesus.
bolt.
And then all the other kids recognize Julia. That guy.
Oh, it's Cole. As the bolt releases, this is where we'll end today's session.
Oh.
Really?
As it has hit 10 o'clock.
Really?
It has hit 10 o'clock.
Rude.
So we will have to pick back up next week.
Oh,
So
man.
tune in next Tuesday for a regular scheduled Ocalian Nights adventure, where we see how our adventuring party fares.
Hero, quote unquote.
Join us next week. Same time. Same
Next
time.
time on Dungeons and
Wow.
Dumbasses.
So check out First Friday Art Walk.
Yes.
Check out Thalion Door on Sundays. Support the CEP's news station. Shout out to our awesome partners,
TJM promo.
TJM promo.
Yes, look at this gear.
And the ultimate shout out to Zeneration Media for
Yes.
letting us film weekly in this studio.
I did the
If
thing.
you guys want to film your game here, live on camera, great videos, audio, allow us to build you a package that works for you and your adventuring party. Get with Ryan Mace, David Cox, or David Lugo for more information.
Yes.
Yay.
Thank you guys for joining us and have a good night.
See ya!